cold, इसलिए jacket पहन लिया हूँ. To combat the cold, AC is giving little, you know. Yeah. Now, last session of our lecture. Now we'll take the illustration. Section 33, 34 लेके wind up करेंगे आज. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Please come to illustration. Yeah. Illustration to section 32 में आ जाइए. The question is whether A was murdered by B or A dies of injuries received in a transaction in the course of which she was ravished. यहाँ पे दो, sorry, there are two questions here, A and B. Where is B here? Yeah. The question is whether A was murdered by B or A dies of injuries received in a transaction in the course of which she was ravished. The question is whether she was ravished by B, or the question is whether A was killed by B under such circumstances that a suit would lie against B by A's widow. Then statement by A as the cause of his or her death, referring respectively to the murder, the rape, and the actionable wrong under consideration or relevant fact. So, यहाँ पे three types of litigations are proposed here. Number one, criminal prosecution for murder, then a criminal prosecution for rape, then a civil action for claiming damages as regard the injury caused to her on account of. Now the question here. The question is whether A was murdered by B. A dies of injuries received by a transaction in the course of which she was ravished. So she was raped. Whether the rape was done by B, after raping her, whether he has murdered, is the question before the court. Then in this two types of prosecution, how the evidence is receivable of people who are not there at the commission of the crime. The question is then statements made by A. So normally when a person is ravished, she is alive. So she must have reported the matter to her mother, her sister, her best friend. So those statements can be used showing the circumstances, how her death took place. That was on account of first rape. After being raped, then she was murdered. So that will be admissible under section 32(1) with regard to statement. So the mother will also sue B. Not only that criminal prosecution the state is taking care of. So she will claim actionable compensation for injury caused to her daughter, mental agony, torture caused by the heinous crime committed, both rape and. So the statement her daughter had made to her, maybe on telephone, maybe writing letter, maybe informing through neighbors. So those statements are relevant under, because she was not alive at the time. Subsequently, she died here. So this will come under section 32(1). Okay. Number 2, B में आ जाइए. The question is as to the date of A's birth. An entry in the diary of a deceased surgeon regularly kept in the course of the business, stating that on a given day he attended A's mother and delivered her a son is a relevant fact. So entry made by the surgeon, a hospital surgeon. So this will be coming under directly in the course of a business. 32(2) में आ जाएगा. So the hospital surgeon, the doctor, normally maintains diary. I attended the doctor, hospital. I did so many surgeries on so and so day. Normally, that is the record maintained. So when the dispute arises whether he is the son of that lady or not, then you can easily go to the hospital, summon the record and use it here. Okay, then see. Question is whether A was in Calcutta on a given day. A statement in the diary of a deceased solicitor regularly kept in the course of the business, and on a given day, the solicitor attended A at a place mentioned in Calcutta for the purpose of conferring with him and specified business is relevant fact. So here, A is dead and gone. Maybe his family want to sue B, holding him responsible for A reason, B reason, why he went to the solicitor to file a suit, prepare a case against the defendant who may have trespassed his land, to prove that he had gone and the statement of the solicitor are maintainable under the provisions of because this entry, he is a dead man and gone. So in the ordinary course of business, see the 32(2) ke andar, like of a surgeon, the solicitor's name is mentioned here, even expression is mentioned. In the ordinary course of business, discharging the professional duty, they are maintainable. So please make a note of it. 32(2) ke andar maintainable hai. Then D. The question is whether a ship sailed from Bombay Harbour on a given day. A letter written by the deceased member of the merchant firm by which she was chartered to their correspondents in London, to whom the cargo was consigned, stating that the ship sailed on a given day from Bombay Lahore is a relevant fact. So whether the ship sailed or not, whether she traveled or not, is in dispute. That can be proved by proving the fact that here, again, the provisions of 32(2) will come into play here. When a statement made by a person in the ordinary course of business. So in the ordinary course of business, the ship has traveled from A place to B place. So the record maintained by the dock master, the captain of the ship, they are relevant entries to show that reason here. Then E mein aa jayegi. The question is whether rent was paid to A for certain land. A letter written from a deceased agent to A saying that he had received the rent on A's account, and held it at A's order is a relevant fact. So the statement relating to the entries maintained by the agent, that is again in the business 32(b) mein aa jayega, 2 ke andar ye. So in the ordinary course of nature business, he has maintained that record and receipt of rent, which can be shown here. Then the question is whether A and B were legally married. The statement of the deceased clergyman that he married them under the circumstances and celebrated would be a crime is relevant. So relationship के बारे में 32(5) के अंदर आ जाएगा है. So he will disclose the relationship, they are married person. I could not disclose the account for A reason, B reason here. So clergyman the entries which are made by him, by the padri or the priest are relevant for the proving the relationship. Then G, the question is whether A person who cannot be found, wrote a letter on a certain day. The fact that letter written by him is dated on the day is relevant. So letter written by him is relevant, that you will find illustration number. कौन सा illustration आएगा दी बताएंगे? Again 32(5) में आएगा है. Letter in the usual course of business 32(2) के अंदर letter written by him also. There are too many illustrations of 32(2). Then the question is,
so that marriage example, wasn't that clergyman's thing? Wouldn't it be hearsay, sir?
No, because it is regularly maintained by him. No? He is the person who performed the marriages. So normally in the usual course of business, he maintained that record. The court presumes that such record is admissible because under section 34, entries of books of account including maintained in the electronic form are relevant. So the court presumes that here it is his duty, a clergyman. Mandir mein jayenge, pujari, he'll also maintain record. And
so, but then why he agreed to do the marriage if he knows that celebration of it would be crime?
It may be, see, rightly or wrongly, they perform it. A child marriage is prohibited in India, but people perform it, isn't it?
Yes,
Second,
sir.
third marriage is
So
illegal.
shouldn't
But
he also be
see, a second, third
held?
marriage is illegal. But there are many Muslim folk go and marry in contravention of the Supreme Court judgment. Bolenge, we are allowed to marry four. Mullah bolta, yes, marry because under the Islamic law allowed it. Though it is illegal under the Indian law. But such entries maintained are relevant to prove the marriage. So illegitimate, legitimate or illegitimate, whether he can claim a legal right or not, that can be proved from the entry. That is only for the purpose of proving the relationship. Okay?
Sir, one more question.
Haji.
So living in relationship does amount to adultery if a man is married previously and he lives in relationship with the other lady? Does it amount to adultery?
Adultery has been now, is no more an offense. But the wife can claim divorce against him and claim damages. Now, after the Supreme Court judgment, it has been decriminalized. You know, the adultery to no more a crime. Huh?
Oh,
A man can go and sleep with anybody he wants, even a woman, unfortunately. That is how it is. It's not a crime, but it can be used in matrimonial litigation. It is a civil cause of action will give. So adultery is no more a crime. पहले जो था 498 ये हो रहा था ना, अभी it has been licensed. You read the Supreme Court judgment, please. नेट पे जाके मारो पढ़े आप. Okay.
Sir, which
अरे आप पढ़ो ना नेट के ऊपर जाके पढ़िए. That when we are dealing with adultery में करूँगा अभी. नेट के ऊपर है जब पार्टी से नाम सब कुछ है. And then we won't be able to cover everything this guy. देखिए.
Okay.
देखिए मैं बताता हूँ बाद में तुमको. Then आ जाइए. The question is whether a person cannot be found wrote a letter on a certain day. That fact, a letter written by him is dead on the day is relevant. So this is a dead man elaborating. He is giving the cause of his death or circumstances relating to death or a letter written by him. Whether letter written by him for what purposes. That will come under 32(1) again. Yeah. Then a statement by a deceased headman of the village that the road was a public is a relevant fact. So this is relating to a custom is proving before the court. 32(4) में आ जाएगा. Giving opinion as to public road at a custom. Isn't it? Got it? That is I. Then J. The question is, what was the price of a grain on a particular day is a particular market. A statement of a price made by deceased Bania on the ordinary course of his business is relevant fact. That is 32(2) again. In the ordinary course of business, the Bania maintains the record, books of account, and he knows what was the price. Like share market, a broker will know what was the value of the share on a particular day. So these statements, if he's dead, are admissible in evidence in the eyes of law. Okay. The question is whether A, who is dead, was the father of B. The statement by A that B was his son is a relevant fact that proves relationship. That relates relationships. 32(5) में आ जाएगा. मार्क कर लेना आप. The question may come to you in the examination. 32(5) के अंदर. Then the question is, what was the date of birth of A? A letter from a deceased father to a friend announcing the birth of A on a given day is a relevant fact. Then letter written by father, that will prove the relationship. 32(6) के अंदर आ जाएगा, family affair relationship में 5 and 6 में आ जाएगा ये. M, the question is whether and when A and B were married. An entry in the memorandum book by C, the deceased father of B, of his daughter's marriage, is a relevant fact that shows the family affair and also relationship. 5 and 6 दोनों भी आ सकता है. It can be proved in both ways. N, A sues B for libel expressed in a painted caricature exposed in a shop window. The question is as to the similarity of the caricature and its libelous character. The remark of the crowd spectator on those points may be crowd. So this will be proving 32(8). They can also in the form of res geste. Huh? बोलेंगे, what kind of a painting? He has made a nude painting. Huh? Several people were shouting, raising slogans against him. Some people praising about it. All these statements are relevant because several persons expressing a feeling. 32(8) में आ जाएगा. Okay, 32 हो गया अभी. Let us quickly travel to 33.
Yes, sir. I think Ava had a question, sir.
हाँ बोलो आवा बोलिए. Anybody has any question?
No, sir, I don't have a question, sir.
अरे, you are simply foisting question upon a poor thing. Okay.
No, she was trying to speak earlier, so I thought she had a
अच्छा
question.
ठीक है, no problem. Okay, no problem. 33 में आ जाइए. This is very important section. This has a bearing to the case of the actor Mr. Salman Khan. I'll tell you explain why. Relevancy of certain evidence for proving a subsequent proceeding, the truth of fact therein stated. So there are two proceedings, A proceeding, B proceeding. Evidence given by a witness in a judicial proceeding or before any person authorized by law to take it is relevant for the purpose of proving in a subsequent judicial proceeding or in a later stage or the same judicial proceeding the truth of the fact which he states when the witness is dead. Salman Khan's police guard dead. He had given statement before the magistrate about the commission of the offense. Whether his statement given before the magistrate can be used before the court of session came up for consideration. I will tell you later on. When a witness is dead or cannot be found or is incapable of giving evidence or is kept out of the way by the adverse party or his presence cannot be obtained without the amount of delay, expenses under the circumstances of the case, the court considers reasonable. So all these evidence in previous proceedings given by a person are relevant for the purpose of subsequent.
So is it unreasonable or reasonable? Because our online thing, it's a mistake, sir. They have written it as unreasonable, sir.
Unreasonable, correct. The court considers unreasonable.
Okay, sir.
If the courts feel that it is unreasonable, it cannot be taken. If the court feels reasonable, evidence can be allowed. Sanjana, provided there are safeguards, there are full stop and commas, there are embargoes placed under what circumstances the evidence given by a witness in a judicial proceeding, formerly, maybe in Delhi, maybe in Bombay, maybe in Sessions Court, High Court, Small Causes Court. Can the statement of that person be used between the same parties or their legal representatives, assignees, in subsequent proceedings? Of course, in res judicata, you can use them. Section 11, I'll come to know that. That is the judgment, you can use it here. यहाँ पे statement की बात हो रही है, evidence given. The evidence is recorded by whom? By judicial officers, by a magistrate, by a judge, and not by everybody. Then the embargo is provided that the proceedings were between the same parties or their representatives. It cannot be between strangers. If A and B were litigating in Delhi, that evidence cannot be used against C and D unless very relevant. Subsequent suit is filed between, suppose A filed a suit in Bombay, B against B in Calcutta, in Delhi, and D, and that suit is dismissed. Then Delhi litigant B can use evidence, that evidence in another suit subsequently. It is between the same parties. Number two, that the adverse party in that proceeding had the right and opportunity to cross-examine. So merely tendering examination chief is not sufficient. Section 137 of the Evidence Act speaks of examination chief. Order 18 of the Code of Civil Procedure also speaks of leading an examination chief. अगर पार्टी का क्रॉस एग्जामिनेशन नहीं हुआ, मर गया, that evidence has zero value. क्या बोलिए?
Zero value.
Zero value for the purpose of section 33, but it can be used for 32. समझे ना आप?
Okay.
33 में no value because he was not cross-examined. He must have been allowed to cross-examine, then only you can use it. Then number 3, that the question and issue were substantially the same in the first as in the second proceeding. Okay. Then explanation. A criminal trial and inquiry shall be deemed to be proceeding between the prosecutor and the accused within the meaning of this section. Now, this section proceedings were invoked in Salman Khan's proceeding in the Court of Sessions and in the Bombay High Court. Because you know that the allegation against the actor was that he had 9 packs of vodka. A Juhu ke andar, koi pub ke andar, 9 packs. And he was quite tight, he was driving the vehicle. At the time, he had a police constable as a guard from Bandra police station because he was having so many people were inimical towards him, and he had requested for a guard. So a police constable was guarding him all along. So after consuming alcohol in the middle of the night, he came to his Bandra residence driving down under the influence of alcohol. So naturally, under the influence of alcohol, you wouldn't know, sometime you skip. It is dangerous to drive. That is why don't drink and drive. You rightly said it. So in the payment towards his house, where there's a bakery, वहाँ पे road के ऊपर बाजू में, the bakery workers were sleeping, 7-8 people outside these house. So a huge vehicle, instead of going on the road, he took a turn and he drove over the sleeping people, 3-4 of them dead. Immediately, because it's a huge vehicle, the pressure of the tire is too much. And it was a sudden act because he was driving very fast, and in fact, the Havaldar, the guardian, told him, don't go faster. Then accident to ho gaya. It was an accident death because he was intoxicated. So the police constable who was guard, naturally he knows the law. He went and lodged a complaint, first information report, to the Bandra police station. First information was recorded. Drink and drive and killing of the innocent people who were sleeping was also recorded. So next day it came in the newspaper. Then he was also, he was arrested. Then the charges were framed against him, accident, then whether it's accident, death or not, then 304 A and B by virtue of his, because the earlier section was 304, the punishment was only 2 years. Then if it was a deliberate act, then it was amended, made 10 years. So the offense was made triable by the Court of Sessions. So when the complaint was lodged, at the time the offense was non-cognizable. Sanjay Napu?
Yes, sir.
Non-cognizable. So the complaint the police officer cannot investigate the matter without the permission of the magistrate, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So they sought the permission of the magistrate Bandra court, who recorded the statement of this gentleman, the Havaldar, who was his bodyguard. In his statement, he clearly mentioned Salman Khan drank and drove and was in pub, 9 बहुत कुछ पी के आया था, and they died on account of his negligence. That was a statement recorded. Now it's a statement recorded by the magistrate before taking cognizance. Section 200 CRPC में पढ़ेंगे आपने. You know that when a complaint is filed, private complaint. So under section 191 CRPC, there are various modes how the magistrate can take cognizance on a police report, on a private complaint, and suo motu. आप तो पढ़े होंगे आपने. So when a private complaint or on a police report, when a non-cognizable, the magistrate chose to record the statement of the constable before issuing process in the matter. So the statement recorded, that statement of the, that you may call statement or evidence of the constable. So at this time, when the statement is recorded of the witnesses under section 200 of the complainant, the accused person is not given opportunity to cross-examine, nor he is called. Please note that. Please, all of you know, in CRPC, I must have told you when taking the lecture. Of course, your CRPC professor also must have told you in case I had not taken your lecture.
So we were not lucky enough to learn CRPC from you.
So CRPC के अंदर, when a private complaint is filed by a private people, magistrate is not under obligation to issue notice immediately upon the accused. वो नहीं करेगा. So the first mode is either he will tell the complainant to come and give evidence, or he will examine the witnesses, or he will depute the matter to the police for investigation, or he will depute the matter to the another magistrate for inquiry. There are 4 modes. ये चारों मोड में से the magistrate preferred the investigation by the Bandra police station under section 156(3). आप पढ़ें CRPC के अंदर वो investigation stage and plus coupled with the evidence of the Havaldar. So in the meanwhile वो evidence record करने के बाद बेचारा वो मर गया. You must be aware of it. He died. That constable.
Yes, sir.
He died. In the meanwhile, the state of Maharashtra amended section 304 and made it a session triable, making it punishable for 10 years. All of you know that, isn't it?
Yes. So
10 years
retrospectively it is
punishment
allowed, sir?
Huh?
So retrospectively is it allowed, sir?
It allowed retrospectively. Because you can amend the procedural laws retrospectively. There is no bar. All procedural laws, say CPC, CRPC, can be amended retrospectively. That is the law. That is the Supreme Court judgment. Under the interpretation of statutes, you will learn it. Procedural law. Only substantive laws cannot be done, but it can be done provided they have a declaration, statement, reasoning, the parliament and legislative power. So, jab matter was triable before the court of session, the court of session, while recording evidence, the matter was committed to the court of session under 209. Session court judge he took cognizance of the evidence of the statement of the constable to prove that he has committed the offense. Salman Khan. So on that basis, he was convicted. You must be aware of it. In the appeal,
Yes,
the High Court said that the evidence, whatever magistrate recorded at the time of the cognizance under 200, cannot be used by the session judge because Salman Khan or his advocate did not have the opportunity to cross-examine him. Subject 33, proviso mein lag gaya, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Because that is not an evidence. It was only a statement at the most, examination chief without cross-examination. That is the reason why he was let off on that now. So the media, public, they बहुत कुछ बोली, अरे क्यों छोड़ दिया? क्या हो गया? Salman Khan must have paid a lot of money. That is not true. So, legally speaking, the order of the High Court is correct, and letting off, because the session judge committed an error by invoking section 33 and using that the constable has implicated Khan in his statement under section 200 CRPC. Now 200 खोल लीजिए आप, अभी मालूम पड़ेगा आपको. Before taking cognizance what the magistrate can do, I will tell you right now. Section 200 खोल लीजिए. Section 200 CRPC. See, examination of complainant. समझे ना आप? ना उससे पहले आप सेक्शन 191 पे आ जाओ. 190 के ऊपर 190 tells you the various modes the complaints can be filed, isn't it? Cognizance of the offense by magistrate, isn't it? How you can take
Yes,
it?
sir. Yes, sir.
That I want a bit. वो 3 हो गया. Then if it chooses to, then cognizance यहाँ पे 200 में आ जाइए. 200 में magistrate taking cognizance of the offense on a complaint shall examine on oath the complainant and the witnesses present, if any, and substance of the examination shall be reduced in writing and shall be signed, and the witness also be magistrate. So though it's a evidence recorded in examination chief, accused is not called at this stage. Accused कभी बुलाते हैं? Accused क्यों कोर्ट है? Section 204 के अंदर, that is when the court issues process. 204 may issue a process. If the opinion of the magistrate taking cognizance, he will issue process. Someone. The magistrate doesn't tell Salman Khan at this stage, you have a right to cross-examine. Samjhe? The evidentiary value of the evidence recorded under 200 does not hold good for the purpose of section 33.
So justice was served, sir. Whatever the media was saying was nonsense.
So section 33 ke andar, you can use the previous statement, but provided the witness was cross-examined. For example, you may be a company officer to whom the premises are given to you by virtue of being a director. समझे ना? मिले, right ना? And after
Yes, sir.
company directorship आपकी vacate होगी, आप company का flat खाली नहीं करे. So you are committing an offence under the Companies Act 306 or 309 में, Companies Act के अंदर. The company will also file a suit against you in the court of small causes court for eviction on the ground that you are a company employee, you are a licensee, gratuitous or maybe for consideration, your termination of the employee, you are liable to vacate the premises. So whatever evidence is recorded either before the magistrate court or small causes court can be used against you, provided you are cross-examined. So they are called parallel proceedings. समझे ना आप? So between the same parties, it can be used. Similarly, in matrimonial proceeding 498A, a domestic proceeding के अंदर husband and wife के बारे में, where allegation is that husband or wife are treating with cruelty. Evidence is recorded, there is no cruelty, whatever may be. Subsequently, wife or husband filing matrimonial suit in the family court. That evidence can be used in the family court. Or in the civil court for claiming damages, whatever reason. Is that clear? So 33
Yes, sir.
33 हो गया. 34 wind up करता हूँ. Last topic is 34 because this is connected earlier भी किया. 34 पे entries. हाँ जी?
Sir, that means the magistrate should have examined this Salman Khan also.
No,
When he
Salman
was
Khan
taking
will not be
cognizance.
examined because at this stage, Salman Khan, at the time of taking cognizance of a complaint, accused will not be examined. Notice will not be issued to the accused person by the magistrate court. Magistrate will only see whether the complaint filed is correct or not, whether prima facie case is made or not. So the complainant and the advocate has to prove it. वो प्रूव करने के बाद then the court will issue summons upon him. That is called process. You come and answer the summon later on. And whatever recorded by the court, that is called pre-cognizant stage, cannot be used under section 33. Subsequently, in a trial, after issuing process, trial हुआ, evidence record हुआ, cross examination हुआ, that evidence can be used elsewhere. समझे?
Sir, I have a question.
पूछ लीजिए.
Sir, I have a question. Why was
बोलिए.
section 32 not invoked there? And
32,
why people, I mean,
that was my
everybody relied just on 33?
32 is a dying declaration. 33 is a evidence use. 32 के अंदर evidence is not recorded. A man only makes statement in diaries, books of account, or he tells neighbors, friends, sisters how the girl was raped. She tells her mother the circumstances, how you dead. वो सब statement है. 33 के अंदर recording of the evidence by the magistrate or a civil judge or any judges. Court proceeding होंगे. Court proceeding evidence used in one court can be used in another court between the same parties. Like for example, res judicata you want to invoke, stay of the suit want to invoke, you can use 33 evidence. Because in res judicata के अंदर evidence is recorded, no? Issues are framed. Shall we stop it today?
Sir, a quick question, sir. Sir, in Salman Khan's case, they could not have used section 32.
हाँ जी.
In Salman Khan's case, they could not have used section 32.
32 relating to his death could have been used because the statement made, but unfortunately the prosecution has not used that. That was not invoked. That was not the subject matter of discussion what I read from. 33 was invoked.
Okay, sir. So the prosecution slipped, sir.
Prosecution, if they find some accused person, the favorable person, rich people, politician, film actors, they will let off. Prosecution evidence is deela. Like
Can this be?
So had it been invoked, the section 32 invoked, he would have convicted for this.
32 would have been invoked. That is one of the, but he is not the complainant himself. No? He is one of the witness supporting him. Other side could have used it. The other side, the prosecution could have used it. Prosecution was not interested in using it.
I mean, prosecution defaulted in that matter.
Yes, had it been used, would have been useful for conviction.
Yes, that was my question. Okay,
Yes.
They have not invoked it. That is unfortunate. But had they have been
Had they
invoked
used it, it would have come under the circumstances of the kind of death आ जाता वो.
Yes. Okay.
और दूसरा, anybody else has any question? आज के लिए stop कर देंगे, थक गया हूँ मैं भी.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir.
Next lecture बताइए कभी लेने का है?
Thursday, sir.
Exam is tomorrow, day after tomorrow.
The exam is Thursday. We can keep lecture Thursday evening.
Is it okay? Everybody,
Let us
fine.
keep it on Friday.
Friday.
Yes, sir.
Okay, चलो Friday. Okay. Friday 3 hours. Friday के दिन complete करेंगे
Yes, sir.
because all other sections we have covered. While covering May, presume, self-presume May, Friday, Saturday will cover it up.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
चलो all the best and good night.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you.
Take
Good
care.
night.
Okay, good night.